The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. Let's wait for a minute or so. Let's give all the participants a minute to join, and then we can begin today's webinar. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Today, I'll be talking about one of the leading productivity app known as the Marketing for Dynamics. This awesome app helps you bridge the gap between Mailchimp and Dynamics 365 CRM. Before we move ahead, in this fun-filled session, let me just outline the webinar logistics. Lines of all the participants will be muted throughout the session. In case any question arises in your mind, please feel free to ask them with the help of the chat window. And I assure you that I will try to answer most of the questions, if not all, depending on the time constraints. My name is Ninad, and I am the Business Development Manager for iNogic. Speaking of iNogic, we are a leading service provider and an ISV for past more than a decade, and we have exclusive Dynamics 365 products. We are very much active in the Dynamics 365 community, and our blogs are not only extremely popular but also appreciated by the community. We truly believe in the philosophy of one-click solution, which is building productivity apps that reduces multiple steps which otherwise a CRM user has to take. As you can see on the slide, we have various applications on the offering. I would like to take a moment and very briefly describe some of them. The first one is Maplytics. Maplytics is certified for Microsoft Dynamics 365 and helps businesses around the world to plot, plan, visualize, and analyze Dynamics CRM data on a map and offers seamless mapping services. Key features include managing territories, route optimization, smart appointment planner, and many more. One of my favorite app from the bouquet is the subscription and recurring billing management. The subscription and recurring billing management provides a robust platform for all the subscription-based businesses to seamlessly manage, streamline subscription and recurring billing process within the Dynamics 365 CRM. Another pearl that we have is Map My Relationships. Map My Relationships is a productivity control that provides a mind map view of Dynamics 365 CRM data on a form. It also helps all the users to visualize connections and relationships between entities or related records in a single view. Apart from developing these awesome applications, we are also an SI. We do assist partners and customers with offshore development services. So in case you have any requirement ranging from customization to probably a world changing idea, I would request you to get in touch with us on crm@inogic.com. So what we shall be discussing today? We'll be first starting with the challenges with integrating Mailchimp and Dynamics 365 CRM. We'll also look at the benefits of integrating the dynamic CRM with Mailchimp. We'll also try to look into managing and streamlining your Mailchimp data within the Dynamics 365, followed by a live demonstration, a general frequently asked questions, and then I'll open the floor for any question and answer. So what are the challenges? Ideally, an organization has the sales and the marketing team that carry out their defined roles on a day in, day out basis. The marketing team, generally in charge of the Mailchimp, carries out tasks like creating tags, segments, creating and managing audience members, creating campaigns, blasting the campaigns, keeping a track of activities like how many mails were unfortunately bounced, how many of were delivered, and which of them were open, which particular links were clicked out of that email, and so on. On the other hand, once the filtered list, probably an exported list, is shared by the marketing team, the sales rep or the sales representative starts their role by creating leads in the Dynamics CRM, rigorous follow-ups, and eventually closing the opportunity with the information feeding at various phases of the sales life cycle into the CRM. Now, it won't be inappropriate to say that if the marketing team is the eye of the organization, which looks out for prospects and leads, then the sales team are the ears of the organization. They might have the sales representatives might have an access to, let's say, an insider information. Let me add legally into this. Let me give you a real-time example. Now, as a business development manager, I speak to various prospects for marketing for Dynamics product. Let's say somehow, maybe during the product demonstration or during an email conversation, I come to know that the prospect with whom I'm having a conversation also is facing an issue of assigning the generated leads to their sales representatives. Now, that's a classic use case for one of our other offerings of iNogic, the lead assignment and distribution automation. If I can pass this information back to my marketing team that, hey, look, this prospect of marketing for Dynamics can also be a hot prospect for lead assignment and distribution automation, the marketing team then can include the prospect in the campaigns of the lead assignment and distribution as well. And if everything goes perfectly, the bottom line of the organization improves because this prospect was never on the radar. Another important fact is that the statistics like mails bounced, delivered, which mails were opened, which links were clicked, and so on, are available only with the marketing team outside the Dynamics CRM. And hence, they are not accessible to the sales rep who are residing within the Dynamics CRM. Wouldn't it be great if these statistics are made available to the sales rep who can then come up with various upsell and cross sell strategies, thereby improving the bottom line, the revenues for the organization? Let me give you some numbers outlining the benefits of integrating Mailchimp with Dynamics 365. And I am sure that just like me, it's going to surprise you. Not 10, not 20, not even 50%, but an astonishing 87% of the sales and marketing professionals believe the collaboration between sales and marketing enables critical business growth. Now, I'm sure everyone in their lifetime has heard the following sentence at least once. The cost of the customer acquisition is much higher as compared to the cost of the customer retention, right? It's been noted that the organizations with tightly aligned sales and marketing functions enjoy 36% higher customer retention rate. And this is the number that I'm sure every organization wants to tick in their goals. Aligning both the departments, that is the sales and the marketing, can help generate a staggering 209%. That's right, 209% more revenue from the marketing. Now, do I even need to dive in the details? As a person from sales, I can look at this number for hours and really feel happy about that number. So, in a nutshell, increased productivity, better team collaboration, increased ROI, and finally, unified platform for sales and marketing data. So that is the summation of the benefits of integrating Dynamics CRM 365 CRM with Mailchimp. So let's come to the app of the moment, the Marketing for Dynamics. The Marketing for Dynamics is a productivity app providing integration between the Dynamics 365 CRM and the Mailchimp. It synchronizes the Mailchimp and the Dynamics 365 CRM customers along with their marketing statistics data. Complete details of the marketing campaigns and the other member activities executed through Mailchimp is made available within the Dynamics 365 CRM. Now, this certainly gives an advantage while planning and executing the marketing activities and increases the productivity of the Dynamics 365 CRM users. Some of the key features of the marketing for Dynamics are the synchronization of the audiences. We can sync the audience and the tags of the Mailchimp along with its members to Dynamics 365 CRM and map them with the CRM marketing list. We can also synchronize the marketing list. We can synchronize the marketing list and its members, maybe contacts or leads, back to the Mailchimp. Now, this is extremely crucial. If you can recollect, a few moments back, I had mentioned about the sales representative being the ears of the organization. Continuing with the same analogy and example, if while prospecting for marketing for Dynamics product, me as a sales rep come to know that a prospect can be pitched our other offering, the lead assignment and distribution automation, all I need to do is just add the prospect name into the marketing list associated with the appropriate tag, and then the information will be synchronized automatically with the Mailchimp. And then the marketing team can then come into an action and they can start their campaigns. Better coordination, right? The next is supports the marketing for Dynamics supports syncing of the campaigns and the member activities from Mailchimp to Dynamics 365 CRM. Again, the sales representative can use this crucial piece of information for various upsell and cross-sell strategies. And the marketing for Dynamics comes with a clean dashboard and campaign statistics that can be used for analyzing, monitoring overall performances of different campaigns through graphs and charts in the dashboards. Also, this particular piece of information can also help in planning and executing the future marketing activities. So now without further ado, let's jump to the live demo of Marketing for Dynamics. Now, before I switch my screen to the CRM, let me just give you a heads up. For today's webinar, I have already installed and configured the Marketing for Dynamics. My Mailchimp has a couple of audiences. One of the audience is already synchronized with the CRM, and the other I will synchronize in real time right in front of you at the end of the webinar. So let me switch to my CRM. So here is the first dashboard that I was talking about. The dashboard has all the critical pieces of information, whether it's overall performances, the link that have been clicked, the emails that have been opened. Also, I can just go under the marketing activities. I've already opened a tab for that. And here you may get even a detailed information about all the email activities that are done by the campaign. So at the extreme right, all I can see is this is regarding which activity or which user, what activity was performed under which campaign, and so on. Now, this piece of information gives me an insight about how I can utilize this particular information. Also, I can just go ahead and I can look at the different activities that are associated. So I can look at the emails that have been opened. Now that's a crucial piece of information as well. So how many users have opened how many number of times? That's the information that is carrying an important uh, preservance for me. Also, if you notice, the moment I change the view to link which have been clicked, it gives me a piece of information, how many links were clicked, and so on. Like I had mentioned, all this particular piece of information can definitely help during the planning and the executing future marketing activities. Now, to get all this data right here, all we need to do is just set up, which is very easy with Marketing for Dynamics. So under the settings, I can just click on the setup, and this is where I am getting all the piece of information. Now, from where is this information coming up? Once I go into the setup, I have to connect my Mailchimp account. So before I connect or reconnect my Mailchimp account, let me just take a moment and let me just show you what's present with my Mailchimp. So as you can see, I have already logged into my Mailchimp account. Excuse me. And here you may notice that I have a couple of audiences. The current audience is Silverwoods Incorporation, and the second set of audience is the Silverwoods app release. Also, if I go under the tags of that particular audience of Silverwoods Incorporation, I get all the information about the tags that are already existing in my Mailchimp. So as you can see, I have already 35 tags that are associated. Now, I'm pretty sure that everyone is aware about what is the purpose of the tags. But let me just take a very brief moment and very quickly run through what exactly are the tags. So, as per the official documentation available with the Mailchimp says have a single set of audience, add all the members, the email addresses, and all the piece of information within a single set of audience. And once you have all the audience members, and if you want to have a specific campaigns that are to be run, then we can associate a tag with a audience member, and then we can run the specific campaigns for a specific tag. This helps in a very effective way of organizing the audience. However, uh, although it's by definition of the audience in the tags, but in the real world, you may have a multiple set of audience. Like I have a couple of audiences configured in this current Mailchimp account, but the only purpose of creating a second set of audience was for the demonstration of the webinar. We also have all the contacts present inside the audience. So here you may notice I have some contacts uh, which we have already configured. So the first name and the last name, and you may also notice at the right side that there are certain tags that are associated with the contacts. So that's pretty much a rudimentary view of what is existing within my Mailchimp. Now, once I have run through the Mailchimp, let me go back to my uh, Marketing for Dynamics and let me hit on the reconnect to Mailchimp account. Now, since I've already connected my Mailchimp account, this is what you are looking at. All it takes is just a couple of values, the API URL and the API key. Now, you may find both these values. I'm sorry. You may find both these values under the user and the profile section under the extras. So the moment you get on API keys, you will find the API keys that we have created, and all you need to do is just copy paste the API key and the API URL, and you can then hit on connect to Mailchimp. Once the connection is, if the API URL and the API key is correct, and once the connection is successful, you will get a message like a connected one. Once we have connected my Mailchimp account with the Marketing for Dynamics, we can then go ahead and synchronize the audience. So let me just hit on manage. Let's give a minute or a moment for them to load. Now what's happening is, since I have already connected my Mailchimp account, the audience names are then being brought from the Mailchimp. Now, as you can see, as I had mentioned in at the beginning of the demonstration, I have two set of audience. One is the Silverwoods Incorporation, and the second one is Silverwoods App Release. For the demonstration purpose, I have already synchronized the Silverwoods Incorporation audience with with my marketing list. And for the purpose of demonstration, I have given the name as Silverwoods Master Marketing List. And once we have associated a marketing list with the audience, all we need to do is just hit on this button called as Sync Now. Now, if I do that right now, what happens is all the tags that are associated with the audience Silverwoods Incorporation, all the tags and all the audience members will be then synchronized from the Mailchimp to this Silverwoods Master Marketing List. However, if your use case has a requirement that you don't want all the tags to be associated with with the marketing list, and you want to create a marketing list for each tag, even that can be easily achieved with the help of like, for example, if I just go here, it may show you the webinar invites. So this is the tag that is associated with the audience, and then we can associate this with the marketing list as well. So what happens once you go ahead and hit on sync now? At the bare minimum, a couple of informations is synchronized between the Mailchimp and the Dynamics 365. Now, the first one that I want to touch base is the tags. Now, as I had demonstrated a few moments back, that my Mailchimp already has a certain 35 tags associated with the Silverwoods Incorporation audience, right? So let me just switch back and let me go under the tags section. So here under the tags, these are the 35 tags that are being synchronized from the Mailchimp right here into the Dynamics 365 CRM. And it's not just a one-way traffic. With respect to tags, the beauty is we can create a tag right here, and then it will be synchronized with the Mailchimp itself. So let's go ahead and let me just hit on the new, and let's say I want to create a new tag. So we have one of the products called the subscription and recurring billing management. So as I had mentioned, it's one of my personal favorite. So let me just create a tag for subscription and recurring billing. And let's say I am planning a webinar in the month of June. So I'm just giving a name to this tag, and under the marketing details tab, I'll just go ahead and I'll try to look for the audience. So what I'm setting over here is basically I want to associate the tag which I'm creating right now by the name subscription and recurring webinar June with the audience of Silverwoods Incorporation. And once that is done, all I need to do is just hit on save and close or save. So let me hit on save and close. And the first thing at the bottom you may notice is the tag that we have created, the subscription and recurring webinar June. And you may notice that the synchronization status is now in progress. So let's give the Marketing for Dynamics a couple of moments, and then once the in progress synchronization status changes to synced, just like the above one, what we are expecting is that the tag that we have created right here in the Dynamics 365 will be synchronized back with Mailchimp. So here's my tag. Let me just refresh this. And here you may notice it's already synchronized. So this is where the last synchronization date comes up. So let me go back. And here is my subscription and recurring webinar June, which we created just now. And the synchronization status is now synced. Let's confirm it with Mailchimp. So let me go back to my Mailchimp. And these are my tags, the 35 tags that we had. And let me just refresh the tags. And if you observe the first tag, that's the tag that we have just now created, subscription and recurring webinar June. And if I just scroll down, you may notice now that the number of tags has increased from the previous 35 to current 36. So it's as easy as to just create a tag here in the dynamic CRM and then getting it synchronized with the Mailchimp. Again, going to the same example that I was talking about during the introduction, in case if I'm having a conversation with a prospect and I come to know that, okay, one of my prospect is also interested in subscription and recurring billing. So what I can do is I can just come back here, create a tag, and then the marketing team understands that, hey, the new tag has been created. Why just wait over there? We can actually go ahead and create a marketing list for that as well. So before we do that marketing list, let me show you what exactly is the marketing list itself. So as we were talking about, once we hit on synchronize now, at the bare minimum, couple of things are going to happen. The first one I have already demonstrated about the tags. The second thing that happens is all the audience members from the Mailchimp are brought in as the contacts or the leads, and they are kept and they are synchronized with the marketing list that we have presented over here. So as you can see here, the name of the marketing list is Silverwood's Master Marketing List. So we can go to the marketing list, and here you will notice the same Silverwood's Master Marketing List. At the bare minimum, what I can see is the member count, which is 21. I can also see that I have synchronized the audience member from the Mailchimp and brought in as the contact. Now, the first question that might come in your mind, can we just import them as a contact? Can we bring them as a lead? Well, yes, definitely, yes, we can also bring them as a lead. But while creating the marketing list, we need to specify that. I'll demonstrate that in few moments from now. We can also see the synchronization status, which says it is completely synchronized. So let me open this marketing list and let's see what exactly it is. So at the bare minimum, it gives the name, the targeted ad. Now this is the attribute that is specifying the audience members needs to be pulled in as the contacts. We can also see the number of campaigns that are associated with the audience, and the real crux is under the members tab. So once I go ahead on the members tab, you will notice all the audience members that were present in the Mailchimp, they have now been brought in as the contacts. And it just doesn't stop there. No. Let me show one of the, let's say Abe, for example. So once I bring the Abe as a contact from Mailchimp to Dynamic CRM, I get the tags that he's associated with, what is the subscriber status, whether he's subscribed or whether he's unsubscribed, and so on. We also get in the within the timeline, you may also notice all the activity type that he has done, whether he has opened and done, or whether it was sent, and so, oh wow, I also got one activity type, click. So this is where I can start my own analysis regarding the user. Also, since the subscriber status is subscribed, under the marketing details tab, you may notice that there are a couple of things, which is the send marketing materials, which has been set to send, and the do not allow bulk emails has been also set to allow. However, let me give you an example where I have a user. Where's the user? So let me just go to the user. His name should be Charles. Oh, here it is, Charles. So if I just try to open Charles, the first thing that you may notice is the subscriber status. He's been unsubscribed. Although it's not a good sign from a marketing perspective, but it's his wish, right? So when the campaigns were run, it gives an option whether you want to unsubscribe, and he has unsubscribed from that particular campaign. Perfect. So what happens is once we get the subscriber status as unsubscribed, here the send marketing materials is now set to do not send, and do not allow bulk emails has been set to do not allow. Now this is extremely helpful so that any spamming laws prevalent in the law of the land, they are not violated even by mistake. So that's the power of synchronizing the audience member with the marketing list. Now, with that being said, we just now created a tag with the name of subscription, right? So now I'll give you an interesting thing. I'm trying to create a new marketing list, and I've just given the name as subscription and recurring billing management. I've just pre-filled a very basic data of the name. Now let me go ahead and let me select the targeted ad. Now, this is where I was talking about. So once you want to, how do you want to synchronize the audience member with the with the marketing list? Whether you want to bring it, synchronize them as the contact or as the lead. So continuing with the same thing, I can select it as contact, and I can also go here and I can look for the Silverwoods Incorporation audience, which has already been synchronized. And the moment I select it, you may notice that this has enabled the tag, and the recently created tag, the subscription and recurring webinar June, is also, I'm just setting it. And let me hit on save. Now, once I have set it, imagine the power that the marketing for Dynamics is now about to bring. I'm pretty sure by now you must have at least guessed about what's going to happen the next. I'm going to go under the members, and I'm going to add a certain member. And once this has been synchronized, what was expected is that the audience, or sorry, the member which has been added in this marketing list will automatically get the subscription and recurring webinar June tag associated, not just in Dynamics CRM but also in the Mailchimp. Now that opens the floodgates, because if that is achieved, if that level of coordination can be achieved, then every time a sales rep gets, let me just by the time continue with this. So let me just add, and let me try to look out for Abe, and let's say add. So what happens is once this has been, once I go ahead and save this and hit, although it will be synchronized automatically after a certain time, to save the time, I'm just going ahead and hitting this sync button right here. And let's say okay. And what's expected is, let me come back to my marketing list. So here you may notice it is going on in progress. And just like we saw with the tags, once this changes from in progress, sorry, to sync, the subscription and recurring webinar June tag will then be associated with Abe, whom we just added in the marketing list. Now that's what I was talking about. It opens the floodgates. It becomes so easy for the sales rep who are talking with the prospects. If they get a slightest hint of a prospect being also can be pitched in some other product, all they need to do is just create the marketing list, or if the marketing list is already existing, just come back, add the user, and then it will be automatically synchronized with the Mailchimp. And once it's there in the Mailchimp, the marketing team can then go ahead, hit the campaigns, and then get the wheel running. So here it is. So it's already synchronized. And to just verify, let me quickly go back to my Mailchimp and let me check all the members. Now here is my Ape. Where's my Ape? Just give me a second. Let me just confirm this. The members. The name is Abelon. Oh, I'm so sorry, Abelon. Here. So here is the user, and if I just try to check, currently there are certain tags that are associated. However, let me just open this Abe right here. Now, the moment I open the Abe, you may notice one of the first tag that has been associated is now the subscription and recurring webinar June. The tag itself was created during the webinar and during the demonstration, and then we associated it with a member with a marketing list, then added the user, and once we hit on synchronize, the tag is now present within the Mailchimp. And if that level of coordination can be achieved, then definitely it will work wonders for the organization. Now let me just go back to my CRM. So with that being said, we also have something called something that we call it as the campaigns. So let me just hit on campaigns. As you can see, I have already synchronized a couple of campaigns. Now, let me first show you the details about the campaign, and then I'll go back and also demonstrate how easy it is to synchronize the campaigns. So here we have one of the campaigns. So let me just open the campaign. We can get a lot of things, the marketing list that is associated, the recipients of this particular campaign. However, the synchronized status, of course, and finally, the most important one, the statistics tab. So within the statistics tab, we get all the information which is already present with the Mailchimp. So what's the open rate? How many unique opens were there? The successful deliveries, the unsubscribes, the clicks, and so on. Not just in the numerical format. If I just scroll down, you also get a beautiful visualization of the same. Now, this piece of information is extremely important. It's all about insights, right? So as you can see, this is a campaign that was run for one of our products called as Click to Export, and I can see McKinsey and Zama. These are the two persons. They have opened the emails have been opened thrice. Now that for me is a good piece of starting point. So since if a user has opened an email thrice, there is something which has intrigued the user, and then I can actually go ahead and I can try to pitch in the click to export solution for these two users. Not just that, I also have a critical piece of information in the under the link clicked. So as you can see, here is the link that has been clicked 9 times when I was running this campaign. And the link is for my product, which is Marketing for Dynamics. So all I need to do is just go ahead. I can use the advanced find also to get the list of users who were actually hitting on this Marketing for Dynamics. And then I can again go back, add those users in my Marketing for Dynamics marketing list in case if it exists, and then run the campaigns for that. So it helps in the upselling, the cross-selling. A lot of things can be achieved in case if the Mailchimp data is synchronized with dynamic CRM and vice versa. Now, to achieve this, it's really easy. All I need to do is just go to the setup, and just like we synchronize the audience, we also have synchronized campaigns. Let me hit on manage. So as you can see, I have already synchronized a couple of campaigns. All we need to do to, but I have kept open a couple of campaigns for the webinar purpose as well. So let me just hit the next campaign, and let's say I want to synchronize this campaign. So all I need to do is select the campaign, and we also need to provide the number of days. So this is basically a number which says from the day the campaign was sent, how many days of data that you want to auto synchronize the activity. So let's say I just my favorite number is a year, so that I get all the data which is available. Now of course this will change from business case to business case. So if a certain campaign has already been run only for 90 days, then I can select the auto sync activities as 90 and so on. So let me hit on sync now, and it says synchronization has been started in the background. Perfect. and the status is now changed to in progress. Again, it happens the same thing. Let's give the marketing for Dynamics a few moments. And once this status changes from in progress to synchronized, all the statistics of new version released click to export will be then available under the campaigns. So let me just hit on refresh. So here is my new version released click to export, which is now synchronized, and it provides me all the relevant data and the statistics that is associated with the campaign. Now, the one thing that I have kept for the last is about synchronizing the audience. Now, as promised at the beginning, let me just go to this one. So here I'm under the setup, and as I had already mentioned, I have already synchronized the Silverwoods Incorporation audience with the Silverwoods Master Marketing List, and I had kept the Silverwoods app release to be synchronized during the webinar itself. So to do that, first thing that we need to do is create a marketing list. So I have already kept pre-filled some of the data. I'm yet to save this. So what I've done is I've just I've just given the name to this marketing list, and I can set the targeted ad to, let's say, contact, and I'll just hit on save. Now, kindly note that I have not associated any audience. The reason being, I'll be using this marketing list to associate with a certain audience under the setup tab. So let me go to the setup under the synchronize audience. Sorry. I'll select the Silverwoods app release. Now, as mentioned, I can select if I want to only bring in certain tags, but if you want to synchronize with all the tags, just keep it blank. And here is where I'll associate the marketing list. So let me just hit on it, and this is the marketing list that I have created right now, the Silverwoods app release marketing list. All I need to do is just hit on add, and then just scroll on the right, and then hit the sync now button. So the moment I hit on the sync now button, what's going to happen? Like I said, the tags and the audience member of Silverwoods app release will now be synchronized with Silverwoods app release master marketing list. So here it's the audience status is now changing to in progress. Again, a few movements depending upon the audience member, depending upon the number of tags that are present in the Mailchimp. A few movements here and there, and I'm pretty sure it happens much faster. So let me just check it one more time. Oh yeah, it's already done. So here the second Silverwoods app release is already synchronized. Let's confirm it with the marketing list. So here's my Silverwoods app release, the 3 members that were present. And here are my 3 members, James Root, Joe Anderson, and Steve Strauss. Let's confirm it with my Mailchimp. All I need to do is just go to the audience and select the proper audience. Current audience is Silverwoods Incorporation. I need to change it to Silverwoods app release. Here are my 3 contacts, Steve, James, and Joe. They have been now synchronized with my Mailchimp. And then this process can go on and on. Now, that's pretty much at around the 1000 feet level of what marketing for Dynamics has to offer. Now, before I switch back, I'm very much interested in knowing from you which feature of marketing for Dynamics impressed you the most. So I'm just launching a very quick 30-second poll, and I request you to kindly cast your vote. So whether it's synchronizing campaign activities from Mailchimp to Dynamic CRM, the clarity of the campaign data from the Mailchimp that can be synchronized, the unified view, or all of the above. Yes, I completely agree with most of the poll numbers. Most of you have almost a staggering 80-85% are saying all of the above. And a few has been also given, it's quite distributed about campaigning activities from Mailchimp and the unified view of sales and marketing. Perfect. So I would like to actually thank you for casting your vote, and let me just stop the poll. Now, we would love to have a one-on-one demonstration with you. And if this thought resonates with you as well, just drop an email to crm@inogic.com and we will be happy to provide an even more detailed oriented demonstration. And we will try to incorporate your business use cases during the demonstration, which will enable you to get more gist of the solution. So for time being, let me switch back to my presentation. So the marketing for Dynamics is supported on Microsoft Dynamics 365 version 9.0 onwards, and of course in the Dataverse. The deployment model of the marketing for Dynamics is Dynamics 365 online. Now I'm sure by now you might just be excited to get hands-on on this awesome solution. Requesting you to download a fully functional 15 days trial from our website www.inogic.com, or you can also download it from Microsoft App Source. We heavily recommend you to install and configure the solution and experience the power of the integration of Mailchimp with Dynamics 365 CRM. So before I take the questions from the chat, let me quickly run through some of the FAQs. So is there a limitation in synchronizing data between Mailchimp and Dynamics 365 CRM? Absolutely no. The entire data from the Mailchimp can be synchronized with Dynamics CRM. And as they say, the more the merrier, because eventually it will help you in achieving the benefits outlined sometime back. Is marketing for Dynamics compatible across devices? Absolutely yes. You just name it: desktop, mobile, laptop. We have got it covered. Can one view details of the campaigns and the member activities within the Dynamics 365 CRM? Oh, definitely yes. In fact, I demonstrated the same some time back. What Microsoft Dynamics products do you support? We support version 9.0 onwards and in Dataverse. And for the deployment, it's Dynamics 365 online. Finally, how to get started? Well, it's quite easy. You can visit the Microsoft App Source, or you can visit our website www.inogic.com and download a fully functional trial. With that, let me open the floor for any questions that you may have. I've already got a question. You mentioned you can arrange a one-on-one demonstration. Definitely, one-on-one demonstration can be arranged. Just drop in with your request on crm@inogic.com, and we'll be happy to take it from there. Can it be used for complex use cases? Can it be used for complex use cases? Well, it depends. What is the definition of the complex use case? Requesting you to share your use case with us at crm@inogic.com, and we'll definitely take it forward from there. And I'm extremely confident that uh, any use case can be easily achieved when it comes to integrating Mailchimp with Dynamics 365 CRM. where can I get the Mailchimp API key? Oh, where can I get the Mailchimp API key? So if you have a Mailchimp account, log into your Mailchimp account. Under the once you click on your name, which comes at the bottom left, go on to profile, and within the profile you have extra. Let me just quickly show you the same. So here, since I've logged in, here's my username. So all I need to do is just go here under the profile, under the extras, API keys. So I have already created an API key. In case if you are doing it for the first time, all you need to do is just hit on create a key and everything works like a charm. So here is my new key. So you can use any of the key which is available. I hope it helps. Oh, welcome. Thank you. Excellent. So let me take a moment here and thank you for attending the Marketing for Dynamics webinar. It was my real pleasure in presenting the Marketing for Dynamics solution, and I hope you liked it as well. Do tell us your feedback or connect with us if you have any requirements by dropping a mail at crm@inogic.com. Oh, just got a question by the time. Do you need the marketing app specifically, Dynamics 365 for marketing or customer engagement, or does this integration replace that entirely? Well, to function with marketing for Dynamics, all you require is the Dynamics 365, the sales or any customer engagement, and the Mailchimp account. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer that. In case if you have any queries, like I mentioned, do drop a mail, and I'll be very happy to give you even a more detailed answer in case if I'm unable to do it right now. So let me take this moment here and thank you for attending the Marketing for Dynamics webinar. Do tell us your feedback or connect with us if you have any requirements by just dropping a mail at crm@inogic.com.